Umaskini nimekumbana nao. I've done casual works, and I know what it means to be a poor person. So I'll do all my best and use all my time to uplift them. Thank you.
Makofi, 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 makofi. Gavenge and Gitu, you can be on stand. Bye. Na Gavenge akimaliza Isaac afuate Merengo after Ngichu has spoken. Patrick Gavenge.
That is me.
Yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Praise the Lord. My name is Patrick Gavenge, aka Trump. That name it. But we tried to count the votes, but they did not add up. I became number 2. And this time round, I want to make that number 2 number 1. Don't want an MCA doing a one-man show. Incorporate each and every community because it is a large community, and that you have started the whole community, and since it will be a shared responsibility, we have a committee or an association of maybe 6 members from this community, 2 men of integrity.
Time up, Patrick.
Thank you so much.
A big round of applause for Patrick Mboro Gavenge. Asante sana. Over to Bwana Ngishu.
Our moderators, leadership from MEPRA, my fellow candidates, and all my honorable audience, good evening. My name is Joseph Kamau Ngishu. I come from Gitothua, BTL area. I was born the youngest, the candidate. I want to congratulate first the MEPRA community for giving us this platform. Before we started, I was making a light note with the leadership, telling them MEMBLY has become one of the hardest places to reach the voters. I was even reminding them Kitambo, like how I was coming here nikipitisha ng'ombe za my dad as I was grazing, but these days it has become so difficult. So I'm from BTL area, Gitothua. I started there my schooling at Baptist Church, where my parents are. We fellowship together with my and parents, where we fellowship to date. Later on, I joined Tatu Primary School, where I did class 1 to 8 up to 2003. Later on, I joined high school, Kamkunji Secondary School, up to 2007, and then Coast Institute of Technology, where I started a diploma in accounting together with CPAs. My career, I started my career at Ruiru Municipal Council, where I worked there for 5 months when we had a town treasurer called Marete. Later on, I joined a company called Savo Park Institute. It's a hotel, and later on I finished my career in 2019 in a company called New Generation Limited. I won't concentrate much on the three major issues of an MCA, that is representation, legislation, and oversight. I'll go straight to what I intend to do specifically to MEMBLY people. My first put priority is on drainage in MEMBLY, because we cannot speak of roads. We have very bad roads in MEMBLY, but we cannot speak of roads when we have not done our drainage. I will focus first on drainage. It is an easy job. When I used to work at the municipal, we already have good machinery which we can just lobby and build them, and they will do our drainage within a very short period. Another issue is on the issue of planning and control development. I stop there. I see my. Oh. So my second issue, I was trying to speak about the planning. That because MEMBLY is designated to be a planned development, because there is law on when we want to change the purpose of the plot. All right. Thank you so much.
A big round of applause for Bwana Kamau Ngichu. A reminder to the candidates: when you see the timer raise the green card, 20 seconds. No, it's only over when he raises the red card. Okay? Sawa sawa. Wacha sasa tusikize Bwana Isaac.
Thank you, moderators. Hi, brethren. My name is Isaac Mirengo Gitau, father of 4 and 1 wife, resident of MEMBLY, and in particular Gitothua ward, and hereby to say that I'm fitting to lead Gitothua ward because one, as I have said, I live here, and I know the major problems that we are facing as Gitothua, and in particular here in MEMBLY, because we have water. We have largely been experiencing challenges with water. I need to create or to have clean, efficient water in MEMBLY. I want to see our good roads. We want to identify the community roads and even the county roads upgraded so that we're able to upgrade them. We have seen, we have been forgotten for so long. We want to see that this area has been at par with the other areas in terms of development. I want to see to it that we only have which is one health facility at health with the prisons. We need a health equipped with drugs, and to be able to access it, we can only have the political goodwill from government. I would also want to see to it that the social and cultural facilities are available with the social amenity that make this area. We don't have a playground for our dear children. We want to see to it that we have a playground for MEMBLY. We want to see to it that it is well developed so that our dear children can have a place to play. We want to see to it that being a medium class estate, those the other side people can are there to provide the employment, and I think I'm bettering between the other side and this because I want to create a database for those who are working, for those who are jobless, for those who want to provide labor, those who want to hire, so that we can bring them, so that this medium class will provide the jobs, and those lower class will provide the labor, so that we can be able to unite all of us as MEMBLY people and Gitothua at large. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Asante sana. Remember to address the question why you think you're the best candidate for the job, and also what you are bringing to MEMBLY. And the next candidate, the sitting or current MCA, please stand to the next. Very good. Mwalimu Neville.
Thank you so much. Bwana asifiwe. I'm hoping that I'm the only person mwenye niko brown this side. So I'm hoping wale wenye wako nyuma wananiona eh? So my name is Neville Chemuku Napori. Popular as Mwalimu. I'm a resident of Gitothua. And currently I'm pursuing my master's at MKU. Then after that I have in this particular area has been a challenge. Eastern side, it happens now to be on the lower side. So what happened is most of the water was channeled this particular side, and collectively we have to find a solution for that. And members of the officials of MEPRA I think they followed, and what happens, there is a report that is going to happen. And also the issue of security, I also try to address. We are that this road
MCA.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. All protocols observed. My name is CPA Kaferi Daniel. Been born and brought up from Ruiru. Having gone to schools within Ruiru, and also went to the university where I'll be graduating with my MSc Finance. I hold a degree in Bachelor of Commerce. I'm a CPK, CPS. I also hold a diploma, higher diploma in tax and administration, higher diploma administration, and also I have been working in several institutions, considering financial institutions. As the MEMBLY people, to push forth what we are planning to do in the near future or for the next term. Kwa hivyo tunasema chapati pande mbili. I've had for MEMBLY, and you will be surprised once we start to articulating these things that we have done for you people, but we for approval. Once it's approved, that is where now we go for the development aspect within our county. So we'll be lying, we have 60 wards. If each and every MC have a manifesto, we'll be standing here lying to you and telling we'll do this and this and this. So for me, I have 4 pillars of development. 1, infrastructure and development. 2, water and sanitation. Education, youth, and business. So when you talk about infrastructure, we have to consider the amount that we are doing within the Kiambu County. We are doing a budget, and in that budget you have to reconsider the amount that is being given. So the only thing I can seek from you is another chance so that we can finish the responsibility and the job that we started within MEMBLY resident and Gitothua at large. Thank you very much, and may the Almighty God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sitting MCA, and we go to our last candidate.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I will start by thanking MEPRA leadership for organizing this debate and also giving me a chance to convince the MEMBLY fraternity why they should vote me. My name is Nicholas Mbogwa Kuria, 35 years of age, and a visionary, young, and a resident of Gitothua. A resident of Gitothua. I've built my home at BTL. I'm married to 1 wife, blessed with 2 boys. And apart from my academics, I am a private sector development expert, having implemented projects across East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda. So I have skills in project design, project management, implementation, and that is experience is within the East African community. I'm a Jubilee candidate, and what I've done for the past 11 years, I've worked with the local communities, uplifting their living conditions and their livelihoods, and making sure that I integrate what they have been doing or their initiatives to local commercial life. So that is what I've been doing for the last 11 years. And if elected, I'm sure MEMBLY will give me their votes. If elected, I will do my duties as the MCAs of legislation, representation, and also oversight with diligence. What I will do for MEMBLY, I'll make sure that I always maintain a close contact with the MEMBLY fraternity. Always make sure I present your views, your options, your suggestions to the county assembly, and I'll make sure I'll provide that linkage between MEMBLY and the county government. I have a 10-point commitment with the people of Gitothua, and I don't want to go point by point. The 10 points is unemployment, education, security, youth and women empowerment, health. I know it is an issue in Gitothua. Clean environment, water, clean water, sports, roads, and sewerage. For me, starting with the first point of employment, this is something that I've done before, and I will continue doing. Thank you.
Asante, thank you very much. I think that marks the end of our first session. Kweli Rongo?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That marks the end of section 1, where the candidates were basically introducing themselves and sharing their manifesto, although one of the candidates has pointed out that they might not be having a manifesto as a candidate. That is debatable. But now, I think, John, that was very good just to hear them, and we now know them.
Now, that was warm-up.
That was warm-up, eh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because one of the biggest challenges that we have been having in MEMBLY, and I think throughout Gitothua, is sometimes we elect people we have never met. We just elect people because of the party wave or something like that, and then later on we're wondering who is our MCA. At least now we know if any of these is elected, utasema uliwaona, sindio? And hata kama unaangalia online, you know the face, you know the name, and you know the voice. Time to go to the second segment, John.
The second segment, which will be taken care by our MEPRA office. I don't know if the cameras will face that side or they will come here. I think it was easier.
And because of lighting, John, eh?
They come here.
We'll invite them one by one, depending on how wamejipanga. They've been listening very keenly. So I know their questions might emanate from what the candidates have said, and then what they are going to. We are going to invite them to come and respond. Yes. Bwana Kongo, Chairman, just come here because the lighting there might be a bit tricky for the people following us from home. We continue telling those people who are watching us via YouTube, don't want this on the chat. Andika your question hapo, and for the benefit of the candidates, John, English or Swahili, ile language we uona una communicate effectively with, because Swahili is a nation, isn't it?
Kabisa.
Sasa zingine watu hujisukuma kutumia kimombo, na kimombo sasa zingine sio rahisi.
Nachanganya kwa mimi.
Na Kiswahili
Lugha inanichenga.
Yeah, waweza ongea Kiswahili, you can speak in English. Bora usiongee tena Kiswahili nyingine ngumu kama shembeteng, sijui vitu vingine wazae watapotea. All right. Karibu sana Bwana Chairman, and take over for section 2 of this debate. Karibu sana.
This is 2 minutes just for them. To know when the chair will ask or pose a question, it will take the candidates 2 minutes to respond to the question, because we are probably have 3 sets of questions. So candidates mkuwe tayari kukuja mbio mbio na kujibu mbio mbio kwa sababu ya wakati. Over to you, Chair.
Thank you. Good evening once again. Now, this second session or second part, I'm going to work together with my colleagues, members of the executive committee, Grace Maina and Grace Njoki. So I'll be posing the first question to the candidates, and we would like to hear how they plan to deal with the issue that I'm going to talk about. Now, in my opening remarks, I talked about illegal developments, stroke approval for multi-dwelling commercial units. It. Now, our experience has been that the county, having passed the zoning policy, designating MEMBLY as a low-stroke medium density area, continues to issue approvals to developers along the Eastern Bypass, and even within the estate, allowing developers to come up with multi-dwelling units. Now, we know it's illegal. We know it should not be happening. But again, our efforts to engage the county have not really borne fruit.
Because, okay, thank you. I will always make sure that we engage the residents association, that is MEPRA. One, in every development as the county government we want to do in MEMBLY, and in any
illegal, the according development within properties, just the other side, Rolex and what have you. It went up to the court level. Why? Because there were Mito, the guy had bought the land here. He was doing his development and all that and that. So the only thing I can do is ensure that we sit down with the MEPRA people. We help them on coming up with a policy where each and every individual who lives within MEMBLY can sign into it. Remember, some of our parents
Welcome to Nisi Television, the house of rest. 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 Welcome to Nisi Television, the house of rest.